A High Court of Anambra State, sitting at Ogidi Court 1 Idemili North local government area, presided over by Chief Justice Peter Obiora, has returned Chief Sir Joseph Ilonze as the duly elected president of People's Club of Nigeria International to office. Chief Ilonze was forcefully removed by the plaintiffs, led by Chief Lawrence Arinze and others. Briefing newsmen on the court order at People's Club Hall, Owerri Road, Onitsha, Chief Ilonze expressed satisfaction with the outcome of the judgment, pointing out that the protracted crisis that rocked the club since 2018 has been brought to an end. Staff reporter Emengini Osadebe was there for the ABS.
Briefing newsmen on development at People's Club's Hall, Owerri Road, Onitsha, Chief Ilonze expressed satisfaction at the outcome of the judgment, pointing out that the protracted crisis that rocked the club since 2018 has been brought to an end. Chief Ilonze noted that the defendants were expelled members of the club and assured that all aspects of the court order must be enforced to the letter. He expressed gratitude to God over the winning obtained through the legal advisor of the club, Barrister Jidofo Okongu, describing it as a landmark victory.
We can now say that the club will now try to restructure. But I can tell you that the way forward is to uphold our constitution. Make sure that those that have been expelled will not try to disturb us again.
Also speaking, Barrister Okongu made it clear that Chief Ilonze and other executives of the club were duly elected to run the affairs of the club for 3 years, but regretted that some members who are the defendants fomented crisis to forcefully take over the leadership of the club.
Defender who created crisis in the People's Club to take over, saying that they have sacked elected president. Lawlessness, which they have no powers to do. They take over the People's Club against some kind of miscreants to create a lot of problem. Have no other option to take out a legal action against them.
In his reaction, the third Vice President, People's Club of Nigeria International, Dr. Daniel Onyagba, commended the legal advisor for his doggedness in ensuring victory for the club, noting that he believes so much in due process, hence the landmark victory.
I know for sure the victory is along the corner. Having the professional legal men we have, who I know really well. I always talk to him on weekly basis, and I have a confidence in our Nigerian judicial system.
Recall that the lawsuit was filed in September 2018 and judgment delivered on 18th July 2023 by Chief Justice Obiora on the grounds that Chief Ilonze must complete his tenure before another election. The order further instructed the defendants to vacate the rooms at the club which they forcefully occupied, describing the act as unlawful, illegal and unconstitutional, among others. From Onitsha, Emengino Sadebe, ABS News.
Hearing has commenced on the case between the State Commissioner of Police and Chief Chijoke Oka and Olufemi Salko and the Chief Magistrate Court sitting at Nobi, Idemili South Council area. Chijoke Oka and Olufemi Salko are facing a 5-count charge bordering on attempting to commit felony, conspiracy to commit misdemeanor and willful and unlawful damage of a building, among others. Paul Ezoke has the details.
While under oath, the complainant, Mr. Bonaventure Ezekwena, told the court that on September 2, 2021, he purchased a piece of land with an uncompleted property from one Miss Victoria Mbashu of Umona Village, Ebenesi, Nobi, for 10 million naira, which he paid 9.8 million naira through the bank and 200,000 naira in cash, as well as fulfill customary requirements, including killing of goat. Mr. Ezekwena, who was led in evidence by the prosecution counsel, Mr. Ifanyeze, disclosed that shortly after he embarked on developing the property, the first defendant, Mr. Oka, showed up and stopped the work, claiming that he purchased the same property from the same Victoria Mbashu. According to the complainant, when he contacted Ms. Mbashu on the issue, she said the first defendant, who she called a native doctor, did not pay any money for the property, but was rather trying to defraud her through false promises to build a new house for her somewhere else, while he took over the property, which he said was why she decided to sell the property to someone willing to pay money. Mr. Ezekwena said that based on information received from security men at the site, the fourth defendant allegedly went with some persons to destroy what he had started building and cut down some economic trees. He said he wrote a petition to the Inspector General of Police and Director of Department of State Services, who arrested the fourth defendant, but while he was waiting for the case to be charged to court, he was also arrested and detained in Area F, Lagos, based on the petition filed by the fourth defendant claiming that he wanted to kill him and took over his property. Mr. Ezekwena said he was, however, released later after the police, through investigations, discovered that the petition was false. When the Prosecution Counsel, Barrister Eze, tendered printed receipts of payments for the land as SBs, the Defense Counsel, Barrister Charity Ndife, objected as, according to her, they are computer generated and should be certified to comply with the provisions of the Evidence Act. The Prosecution Counsel then applied for the withdrawal of the receipts to enable him to certify them before reintroducing them as SB, which was granted by the court. The case was adjourned to Friday next week, 4th August, for tendering of documents and cross-examination by the Defense Counsel. Speaking to the ABS later, the Prosecution Counsel, Mr. Eze, expressed satisfaction with the court's decision to accelerate hearing on the case, adding that he would readjust other commitments to focus on the case. From Nobi in Idemi South Council area, Paul Ezoke, ABS News.